Oh, of course. So I've literally just sat down to film, and they're building houses outside where we live, and of course they've now just started to drill. So I'm going to try and talk through the drilling, but I haven't been on YouTube in over a year. The two main things that have happened since then is, one, we got married after waiting an extra 18 months thanks to you know what, and we have moved house. We were living down south, we were living just outside of London, whereas now we are living in the Midlands. We have a house, we've upgraded from a flat to a house, lovely garden for our two dogs to play in. So we've settled down a little bit. We've been here since November and it's now March, so about 4 months or so, just over. Finally starting to feel like home. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. That can be for another video. Today is the start of a new journey I am embarking upon. It sounds so serious. I hope it's not like a drop when I tell you what it actually is. I have been thinking about doing this for quite a while, and when I say quite a while, on and off over the last couple of years. And since COVID happened and my career has gone down a different route, this wasn't planned at all, but it has. I'm no longer performing. I'm gone down the fitness route, which I absolutely love, and I'm very, very happy. But I no longer have a goal for me. There's no longer a show that I'm making sure that I am fit for, vocally, physically. I'm kind of just cruising along day by day, and I go to the gym multiple times a week, and I have done for a number of years. I focus on what I'm eating, so I was like, how can I take this to the next level and sort of give myself something to work on, which is why I've decided to compete in a bodybuilding competition. Now, when you think of bodybuilding, unless you've done your research, you think Arnold Schwarzenegger, massive, massive muscles, and nowadays with all the different categories that there are so many different journeys that you can go down. But I'm starting in the bikini division, and my first show is down for the 10th of September. So we're currently in, well, 1st of April is tomorrow, but I'm obviously filming this a few days prior, and you'll be seeing this on the 3rd of April because that's when day one officially begins of my prep in this bodybuilding journey. So since January, I've been in my improvement phase. We've been there for about 3 months, and this is basically a certain amount of time for you as an individual to gain muscle mass, muscle tissue, to build, you know, you're going to gain a bit of body fat. But this is the idea. So then when you do start your prep, which is the official dieting phase, this is when slowly over time food starts getting lowered, your output, your exercise starts getting lifted. So you want to make sure that you've got as much muscle mass as you can, because whilst yes, you can probably gain a little bit of muscle, a little bit of definition whilst in a diet phase, you're not really going to get the results that you want without going into that improvement phase. So we could have probably done longer than the 3 months. However, I'm not starting from scratch. I'm naturally quite athletic. I naturally have sort of an athletic body. I have, you know, little shoulders, I have glutes. And this just comes from the last 29 years of doing a mixture of dancing, athletics, and obviously my own training in the gym. So whilst I say that could have been longer than 3 months, if I enjoy this journey and I carry on, you know, for the next couple of years, I will most likely take a little bit more of a longer improvement phase after this prep is done, even if it's just a couple more months, just to really try and build, because each time you are competing, you obviously want to improve the package that you're bringing as you go through. So there's many reasons why I've decided to do this, but the main reason being that I am no longer performing, which makes me sad. However, I'm also happy with the way that my life has gone, and I miss it. I think when it comes to being a performer, and it's the same really as when you're doing a bodybuilding, but when you're a bodybuilder, the journey to get you there, you know, it's the time going to the gym, make sure you're tracking your food, hitting your cardio, hitting your steps, saying no to doing certain things because you've got a goal in mind. It's the same when it was for a show, you know, when it comes with the audition and you get so many no's, so many knockbacks, constantly changing up your, you know, your schedule to fit in this audition. And it all for me, just personally, it just got to the point where I fell out of love with that bit, not the performing part. I'm turning 30 this year, and I just think at some point, I don't know whether it's a female thing or just sort of a getting older thing, there comes a point in life where it's like, right, I need to start finding something that's maybe a little bit more stable, something that financially for both me and my husband, you know, if there are to be children in the future, And, you know, it's just, I personally decided that I was going to move away from that and try and find something that I can do that I still love, which is fitness. I still adore what I do. I'm coaching, online coaching, and I do group exercise as well, which is, I absolutely love and something that I don't think I will ever stop. And so going on a bodybuilding journey, you know, you have your however many months of prepping. My prep is going to be about 20 weeks. And then you have a show day where you have your costume, your bikini, you get your hair done, you get your makeup done, you have your 30-second to 60-second little routine that you do that's almost like a dance that you've been practicing. So it's kind of given me that element of still performing, but also going well with my new life and my new career that I'm now going down. It's going to be extremely challenging, I'm very well aware. And also, granted you can start anything at any age. However, I'm coming up to 30 this year, which I won't also be able to celebrate my 30th birthday on my birthday. It's going to be like 2 to 3 weeks afterwards because of when the shows lie. But I'm also aware that I'm not getting any younger. So if this is something that I want to do, I mean, I went to the PCA show in Birmingham for the first time last weekend, and there was a woman there called Pearl. She actually won. She was 58, I think. Honestly thought she was 35. She was absolutely phenomenal. So that's what I mean, you can absolutely start things earlier, but now that this opportunity has come up, it's, you know, a time in my life where I feel like I can do it. You know, if I do enjoy it this way, I've got a good couple of years ahead of me to maybe hopefully turn pro. You never know that, but that's definitely, you know, a goal that I've got. Yeah, I think I've got a couple of years before me, because I'm also very aware that this, you know, it's not an unhealthy sport, but it's not a healthy sport, and it's something that has to be managed very carefully, especially with being a woman, you know, with our cycle and with periods. I think the majority of girls do lose your period for a certain amount of time as your body fat gets super low. So I want to make sure that right now, do I want children? I'm not sure, I really don't know, but give it a couple of years, I might do. So I want to make sure that, you know, when I get to the age of 34, 35, I've done this, but I know that my body's well enough and I'm healthy enough to get pregnant, carry a child, you know, all of that if I can, obviously. So there's all of that goes into it as well, but I'm wanting to, I think I've got a good head on my shoulders to sort of keep myself on the right track and do it in the correct way. And I also, just going on the top of that, I've got a list here that I'm kind of looking at so I don't miss points, but it's kind of just going a bit all over. I do understand the health risks that come with it, but I have always, and I mean, I've been dancing professionally for about 10 years, and before that I've been dancing really for about 28 years, granted from when I was little, and I feel so fortunate to say that I've never gone through a time in my life where I have suffered with body image, with any eating disorders, with body dysmorphia. Granted, I've had days where I've, you know, looked at myself in the mirror and thought, oh my goodness, don't like what I see, or I don't feel good today, but I've never struggled with anything. I'm coming up to, you know, being a 30-year-old woman now, so I do feel like I have a good head on my shoulders to do this. You know, even now in this sort of gaining phase, I have gained about 4.5 kilograms, about 4 kilograms in the last 3 months, which granted is probably not a lot really in the grand scheme of things, but not at one point did I look at myself, well, no, granted, I had a couple of days where I looked in the mirror, maybe I've put on a pair of jeans that felt a little bit tight around my tummy, and I thought, oof, that doesn't feel nice, but I've never hated my body for doing it because I know the reasoning as to why I'm doing it. And I feel like if maybe I had a past of struggling with eating disorder or, you know, anything like that, I might not have managed even these last 3 months as well as what I have. So I feel as though I'm in a really good position to start this journey. And also going off that, I'm going to try somewhere on the screen if I can. If I can't, I'll upload an Instagram post so you can see my before and after, so we can see, hopefully somewhere, my very first photo of my first check-in up until the one I did this morning, my last one before actual prep starts. We can see that I look bigger. I've got more muscle mass and tissue on my shoulders. We can see that my legs are bigger. My tummy is, I think I've got a good couple of centimeters gained on my tummy, my glutes, my thighs, sort of everywhere. But it's all been purpose built, and it's been done in, you know, a manageable way. But yeah, the data I'll try and upload somewhere as well. I think it's around 4 kilograms, maybe it's 3. I think somewhere between there. I'll put everything just so you can see. So we're in a really good starting point. My coach is super pleased with where I'm at. I'm super pleased with where I'm at going into, like I say, that dieting phase starting in 2.5 days. So far in the last 3 months, I've been training 4 times a week, 10K, 10,000 steps a day, 2 20-minute cardios a week. So cardio's been super low, just whilst trying to build on a little bit of muscle. I've also attended a posing workshop, because when you do bodybuilding, you have your routine that you do, you know, for the body comparisons and things like that. So I've attended a free posing workshop. I've got some posing heels. I've actually had to just return a new pair because they were the wrong size. I have a consultation I think the 20th of April with Pose, who is a bikini supplier. I'm super excited for that. And all of this, you know, these are things that I will take you on along my journey as we go through. I'll show you how I do my check-ins, talk you through how I'm going to be managing everything, you know, still working day to day, how I'm managing to fit everything in, the food, the ups, the downs. But yes, I've got that coming in the next couple of weeks, which is to design my bikini. I think, so my first show is the 10th of September, and there is a possibility that there might be another 2 shows that I'll be doing. So I think the idea is I'm going to buy my own bikini, because I mean, they're not cheap, but I would like to just have my own that I can always keep. And then I think I may potentially rent another bikini for another shirt that's maybe a different colour to have a play around. So there's going to be lots and lots that I'm going to be able to show you as we go through the next 20 weeks. And I also have quite a lot of things to navigate that will be challenging. I have my best friend's wedding in Italy in July. In June, me and my husband are going on a cruise ship around Alaska for a week. And in May, I have a hen do in Marbella. And there's also other day events such as family weddings and things like that. And whilst, you know, there will be some social occasions that pop up, you know, especially as I get closer to the show date where people say, oh, we're going out for a meal. You know, it's going to be, I'll go, but I'm bringing my own Tupperware food, or, you know, sorry, I can't attend this. However, let's meet for a coffee and go on a walk, something like that. So there's lots that I want to navigate, and I've done, you know, I've watched so many people's videos of how they manage, you know, events and things. You know, there are ways that you know, you can work your way around it. And I want to make, you know, my life isn't going to become bodybuilding. It's essentially, at the moment, it's a hobby that I'm doing alongside everything else, but it's a, you know, obviously a bit more of a serious hobby. So lots of things that I've got to, you know, sort of work my way around. When we go to Marbella, we are in an apartment, so that will be good, because that way that we've got a little kitchenette. I can pop to the shops each day, you know, just get the, you know, make myself like a chicken salad to take to the beach, eggs on toast for breakfast, that kind of thing. So I can manage that around, and that will just be if we go out for a meal. That's when it will be difficult, and that's something that I'm going to have to speak to my coach about. You know, probably no alcohol at my friend's wedding. The chances are, yeah, on that day, that will probably be one of the days, which I've already spoken to my coach about, where, you know, we're in Italy. I think her meal is like a 7-course, all these beautiful fish and things, which, you know, if that's just gonna be one of those things where I'm just gonna have to keep it under control for that meal. And yes, I am gonna have a cheers to the happy couple. I'm not gonna be the complete misery, but there are lots of things that I'm gonna have to do to navigate it, because when you're trying to, you know, get your body to look a certain way, there really is no room, no space for errors. I don't want to be on that stage knowing that I didn't work hard enough and I could have brought a better physique and potentially have won rather than taking 2nd place, or because I let myself have a week to just go. I do not and will not do that. So that's also, that'll be, and that's something that I'll probably make, you know, talk through, because I know even if you're not into this, I've spoken to a few people, a few close friends who say that they follow people who do bodybuilding. They would never do it themselves, but they just enjoy watching other people's journeys. So I will share it all, and I'm gonna have to just make it work. I'm gonna have suitcases full of protein powders, protein bars, rice cakes, all of that good stuff. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so prepared that it's gonna be quite difficult. I know that there's going to be days where I'm just going to be so exhausted, but I'm going to have to pull myself up, go to the gym, go do my cardio or whatever it looks like. I've got a walking pad at home, which is amazing, and that saved me a number of times where, you know, it's come to 7 o'clock at night, it's pouring it down with rain outside, and I've still got 2,000 steps to do. Hopping on that walking pad is literally changed the game. So that's the update that I have got. So over the next 20 weeks, if you start to see me looking a little bit different on you know, if you see me in real life on my socials, now you know why. I've got a video coming in the next, I think it's scheduled for this coming Monday, so the Monday after you've seen this, and that is a day in my life / a day of eating whilst I was in my improvement phase. So you can see, I mean, I kept it fairly straightforward. I've tried to manage, I'm not on a meal plan, I'm in charge of what I'm choosing. So during this improvement phase especially, you know, I think in the video I eat a cream egg because I'm going to be on prep during Easter. Actually, maybe I should go get an Easter egg today. I think I should. Because obviously that's something that I'm not going to be able to have. I'm going to my sister's house on Easter Sunday, and she's, bless her, she's so sweet, she's making me a slightly separate Sunday roast, so as in I'm still going to have roast potatoes, but they'll be done in a separate, you know, probably in the air fryer without all the oils and all the added things, so I can track it all correctly and things. So, but that's what the plan is and what the goal is. I'm super excited, I'm nervous, but I'm ready for the challenge. I'm ready to do something that I know is going to challenge me in the best way. And if you haven't already noticed, this cup from Compact, prep mode right there. This is the first time I've drank out of it, and this is probably going to be my go-to coffee mug when I'm up at 4:30 in the morning getting in my extra steps. But yeah, so next Monday there is going to be my what eating a day, and I do have videos scheduled every Monday, maybe Sunday actually, maybe I'll do Sunday evening going forward after that, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be sharing it on my Instagram. So yeah, you're all updated now, and I will see you, well, you'll see me in the next video, but I'm on my Instagram sharing my journey. So that's the secret that I've been keeping. I'm going to become a bodybuilder. Really looking forward to, you know, getting my bikini on the 10th of September and getting on that stage. But for now, I'm going to go and get myself an Easter egg. And thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll be linking everything, my TikTok and my Instagram, all down below. And I will see you in the next video. Day 1 is today when you're watching this. Not when I'm filming this, but day 1 when you're watching this. First day of prep. Wish me luck, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys.